Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Chief Guest, Advocate Pushyamitra Bhargav, Additional Advocate General Indore, MP, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Upinder Dhar, Shri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. T.K. Mandal, Director, SVIL, Dr. K.N. Guru Prasad, Director, SVIS, HOIs, HODs, faculty members, participants, and viewers on various platforms. I, Dr. Varsha Upadhyay, on behalf of Shri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya and the Team National Moot Court Competition 2022, welcome you all. Mooting is a form of an oral proceeding similar to that of a court proceeding, practiced mainly in institutions and universities where law as a subject is taught to see that how efficient a student is in fighting an argument based on law. Due to the scope and requirements of lawyers around the globe, mooting in the form of moot court as a subject has been added to the curriculum of the students so they get prepared and groomed in a proper manner as a lawyer before they complete their degree. Now, I would like to request Dr. K.N. Guru Prasad, Director, SVIS, to virtually welcome our Chief Guest, Shri Pushyamitra Bhargav, and for this, I request technical team to help with virtual floral welcome to our Chief Guest. We all welcome you, sir. Now, I invite Ms. Archana, Coordinator, NMCC 2022, to present a report on National Moot Court Competition. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm just sharing the screen. Honorable Chief Guest, Pushyamitra Bhargav, Additional Advocate General Indore, Madhya Pradesh, Dr. K.N. Guru Prasad, Director, Shri Vaishnav Institute of Science, Shri Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya, Indore, Dr. T.K. Mandal, Coordinator, Shri Vaishnav School of Law and Shri Vaishnav Institute of Law, SVVV, Dr. M.P. Gautam, Senior Professor, Shri Vaishnav Institute of Forensic Science, senior delegates, respected faculty members, and dear participants. I, Ashna Pathak, presenting the report of National Moot Court Competition 2022. In the inaugural ceremony started with the virtual lamp lighting ceremony followed by Saraswati Vandana. Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Upinder Dhar virtually welcomed our chief guest Shri Shailendra Shukla, former Justice, Madhya Pradesh High Court. Dr. T.K. Mandal, Coordinator, Shri Vaishnav School of Law and Shri Vaishnav Institute of Law, addressed the gathering and briefed about the National Moot Court Competition 2022. He stated that moot court competition stimulated a court hearing in which participants analyze a problem, research the relevant law, prepare memorials, and present oral arguments. The mooting usually involves two grounds of appeal argued by each side. Moving forward, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Upinder Dhar, in his welcome address, discussed about the importance of mooting. He added that moot court is the specialized application of art of persuasive advocacy. It has been part of the process of training lawyers for centuries and plays an important role in legal education. Now, our chief guest of the ceremony, Shri Shailendra Shukla, former Justice, Madhya Pradesh High Court, highlighted about the mooting etiquettes. He stated that mooting enables students to enhance their advocacy, legal research, and writing skills. He added some techniques to critically engage with the bench. This requires you to bring many skills together, including maintaining eye contact with the judge, speaking at an appropriate volume and pace, responding directly and accurately to the questions, and holding the judge's interest. It also incorporates a cardinal rule of mooting, that is, never ever talk while the judge is talking. Now, the National Moot Court Competition 2022 consists of two rounds. First, memorial round, and second, oral round. The memorial round starts on 15th February 2022. This round includes total 21 teams have participated, in which 7 teams have eliminated and 14 teams were disqualified to the oral round. The researcher test had also been conducted in online mode for the award of Best Researcher. The preliminary round will be conducted in 2 rounds, in which total 7 courtrooms were made. Courtroom 1, in this the petitioner team are Jaspreet Kaur and Yamini Gupta, and the respondent teams were Igai S.A. and Kalaimal G. And the judges in this team were Mr. Vivek Wilson, Assistant Professor, Maharashtra National Law University, Aurangabad, and Ms. Shweta Yadav, Advocate, District Court, Delhi. The faculty coordinator was Dr. Amit Joshi, Assistant Professor, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Social Sciences, Humanities and Art. Courtroom 2, the team were in petitioner side, Sneha Achkunju and P. Kavya, and the team from the respondent side was Sastika Agrawal and Ruhi Ray. And the judges were Ms. Preeti Anand, Assistant Professor, Chanakya National Law University, Patna, and Ms. Neha Goswami, Advocate, High Court, Bangalore. The faculty coordinator in this courtroom was Dr. Varsha Upadhyay, Assistant Professor, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Social Sciences, Humanities and Art. The courtroom 3, the team were Shilpa Sanjeevan and Sarah John as a petitioner, and Apurva Singhal and Simran Das were as a respondent team. And the judges were Ms. Sakshi Sharma, Assistant Professor, IMS Unison University, Dehradun, and Ms. Zeenat Chablani, Advocate, High Court, Indore. And the faculty coordinator in courtroom 3 was Mansi Trivedi, Assistant Professor, Sri Vaishnav School of Law. In courtroom 4, Shruti Agrawal and Chandini Gar were as a petitioner, and Manish Sharma and Sonal Parulkar as the respondent. And the judges were Ms. Archana Kumari, Assistant Professor of Law at MET University, Patna, and Ibrahim Kannad, Senior Associate at JMVD Law Firm. The faculty coordinator was Mr. Nirvan Ingole, Assistant Professor, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Forensic Science. In courtroom 5, the petitioner team holds Priya Gupta and Muhammad Arif Ali, and the respondent team holds Dhananjay Mishra and Dev Tripathi. The judges were Ms. Ria John, Assistant Professor, MGCL Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, and Ms. Ishita Vyas, Advocate, High Court, Indore. The faculty coordinator was Mr. Dinesh Kamble, Assistant Professor, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Forensic Science. In courtroom 6, Bhakti Chandan and Dawal Gandhi are at petitioner team, and Yuvraj Harod and Ashika Jain are at respondent team. And the judges were Mr. Shubham Sandilya, Assistant Professor, Symbiosis Law School, Pune, and Ms. Iti Johri, Advocate, High Court, Delhi. The faculty coordinator was Mr. Anurag Srivastava, Assistant Professor, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Forensic Science. In courtroom number 7, Sumit Sohavan and Ankita Singh are the petitioner team, and Toshi Chopra and Tanya Verma are at respondent team. And the judges were Swati Sharma, Ms. Swati Sharma, Assistant Professor, Presidency University, Bangalore, and Ms. Ruchita Jain, Advocate, High Court, Gujarat. The faculty coordinator was Mr. Ayush Verma, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Forensic Science. In the final round took place in virtual mode in Google Meet, which was coordinated by Mansi Trivedi, Assistant Professor, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Law. The judges for the final round was former Justice Ishwar Sahai Srivastava and former Justice Alok Verma. The judges was introduced by Dr. T.K. Mandal, Coordinator, Sri Vaishnav School of Law and Sri Vaishnav Institute of Law. The team for the final round were NMCC 010 as petitioner and NMCC 005 as respondent. The session started today at 10:45 a.m. and ended at 12:10 p.m. In the concluding remark for the final round, the former Justice Ishwar Sahai Srivastava gave some important advice to the team that they should have deep study of the cases which they are referred to, and to talk about the importance of communication to win the case. Former Justice Alok Verma said that an advocate is itself an industry. That's why the student should present their case in the same way to win this case. Now, in the final round, the award will be given in the given categories. The categories are Best Researcher, Best Memorial, Best Speaker, the runner-up team, and the final winner of NMCC, that is National Moot Court Competition 2022. The winner will be announced in a prize distribution. It was a wonderful experience for me for coordinating the event. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I take pleasure of requesting our respected Dr. K.N. Giri Prasad sir to give concluding remarks. Sir, please.
Thank you, Madam Basha. Chief guest for the valedictory session of Moot Court Competition 2022. Respected Pushyamitra Bhargava, Additional Advocate General Indore. The coordinator of Sri Vaishnava Institute of Law, Dr. T.K. Mandal. Professor Gautam from Forensic Science Department. My other colleagues, students and participants. I am neither from law domain nor from the forensic science domain. My domain of work is basic science. So I happen to be an accidental participant in the moot court sessions this year. But it was a pleasure attending the final session of the moot court competition today morning. And that gave me an opportunity to learn many things about how the procedures take place in the court. And also, I have a great appreciation for the students who took part in this presentations. And they really had a good skill of communication, good skill of reasoning, and also the presence of mind to answer the questions which were raised by the justice who were presiding over the session. So that was a great revelation for me to know the expertise the law students have developed even in their student days. And they almost, all the participants whom I witnessed today, they almost proved to be worthy of the profession to which they are shaping up and for which they are studying. Some of the remarks made by the justices impressed me a lot, that when they advised the students to go to the root cause of the cases, and although the communication skills and the skills of presenting the cases win the cases at times, but in that process, the root cause may be forgotten and or may get suppressed. And it was very revealing and full of wisdom of the people presiding over the session to remind the students to be aware of the root cause, and besides all other skills and communications required to present the case. Since moot court is a competition that is being organized by the university with the cooperation of two departments, Department of Law and also Department of Forensic Science. But I have a feeling that law students take a precedence over the forensic science because forensic science as a subject, maybe it is only more important in the investigation part, and also have evidences that can support a case, support any case for that matter. So I hope if it is possible in the moot court to make a team that consists both students of law and forensic science, so that we can also know the role of forensic science and evidences of forensic science in solving the cases. So that would be probably more interesting, so that a team consisting of both forensic science expert plus the students of law. I hope, I do not know whether it is possible, but I hope this will be possible in the future times. If we can design certain propositions that can include this. This year's MOOT proposition was Motor Vehicle Amendment Act 2019 and the cases related to this. So this certainly did not have much scope for the forensic science evidences to come into play. But I hope some propositions will be there which can give a good opportunity for the forensic science students also to know what is the role of forensic science investigations in solving the cases. With these few words, and I thank the organizers for inviting me to this and giving me this opportunity. And I look forward to hearing the words of wisdom from our guest speaker and the chief guest, Pushamitra Bhargava, Additional Advocate General of Indore. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Let me introduce our chief guest, Advocate Pushamitra Bhargava, Additional Advocate General, High Court of Madhya Pradesh Bench, Indore. Mr. Bhargava merely requires an introduction, though he is well known for his work in the field of law and social activities. Besides, he has a profound professional experience at courts and tribunals. His legal area of interest is constitutional matters, writs, service jurisprudence. Moreover, he is an inspiration for youth for his incredible success and noble deeds. Sir has a sound experience and contribution in professional and social life. He was admitted State Bar Council of Madhya Pradesh in the year 2004. He is a life member of the High Court Bar Association Indore Bench. He performed duty as youngest ever Deputy Advocate General, High Court of Madhya Pradesh for a consecutive period of 3 years. He is an expert of civil matters and variety of criminal trials, revenue matters, dealing matters related to national company law, writ matters, constitutional matters, criminal and civil miscellaneous cases, educational law, corporate law, and arbitration matters. He is associated with so many associations of national and international repute. Few are Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, Political Youth Delegation to China, Sanstha Sangh Mitra, and Jagrat Yuva Sangathan. May I request Advocate Bhargava to enlighten the audience with his words. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. The Director of SVIS, Shri K.N. Guru Prasad ji, Dr. M.P. Gautam, Dr. P.K. Mandal, all other dignitaries, teachers, professors, and the young students, those who have participated in the MOOT code competition organized by the Vaishnav Vidyapeeth Vishwavidyalaya Law Faculty. It's really a matter of great honor for me that being a law student, I have participated in activities of law and the other symposium debates as a student being organized by the Vaishnav Vidyapeeth in its law faculty. And now today as the chief guest of a valedictory function, I am here. So it's really a matter of great honor for me. I am really thankful to the members and the persons who have decided this, that I should be the part of this valedictory function. Apart from that, the students of law faculty or the law stream, this mooting is the only sport available to us. As a law student, we generally used to say that mooting or the moot court competition is only a sport which is available to us, for which the competitions are organized from the college level to the international level. As a law student, I have represented my college in the national as well as the international moot court competitions organized by the universities or by the Bar Council of India. There is a dire need even today that the bar associations at all levels should organize such type of competitions. Now the colleges are coming up with this national level moot court competitions, but to give a proper recognition, a platform and an understanding, in my considered opinion, it is the duty of our fraternity, our associations, that such type of competitions should be organized at the district courts or at the high courts. Why it is necessary is not only because the suggestions which were given by the judges, which has been read out by the coordinator just before, that you should be humble, you should be polite, you should be understood by the judges. It is also because what you experience in moot court competition is not at all how a lawyer act in the court. Here you have a time of more than 1 hour, 20 minutes, or the time decided by the panel for making out your case. But when you come in the court, you have only a minute to make out your case. It is what you have drafted is important, but what is important is that you can make out that within a minute. Normally, we nowadays see in the court that whatever the students perform in the moot court competitions, they start resembling themselves that this is the way one should behave or portray himself in the court. Like it's a normal trend that in moot court competition, we do not do anything without seeking permission. I seek the leave of the court that I should start. So in the same way, the students try to start their arguments. So the moot court competitions are now also required to train the students with the actual presentation in the court. Every case has 3 domains. Either your case is very good or very bad or in a gray area. So the skill of lawyer is required in a case where your case is in a gray area. Because when you argue a bad case, you know that you are arguing a bad case and what will be the fate of that case. But more than 70% of the cases which a lawyer argue in a court is in a gray area. And the person before whom you are arguing a case is very much aware about all the facts and the precedence of that case. So for that gray area, what is required is the court crafting. How you read the mind of the judge. You may have a good case, you may have a bad case. Your case may be good on facts, then you have to emphasize on the facts. If your case is good on law, then you have to emphasize on law. But if you don't have a case both on facts and law, then you have to read the mind of the judge. So that is the art which should be taught by way of this moot court competitions. Otherwise, legal questions when put before the law students, it's now very easy to collect the material and argue either in favor or in against. So the students must be taught or they must learn the art of arguing by reading the minds of the judges, because it is the judge who is going to finally decide a case in favor or in against. So this is one of the things I wanted to share, because when I joined the profession, initially, in spite of having very good cases, we used to lose it. And that generally creates an impression, or the young lawyers start getting demoralized. So it is that thing which is required to be taught, that losing a case does not decide the career or a fate of a lawyer. It is the impression which you creates on a judge, which can give you a relief even in a very bad case. If you argue a good case, and even you lose it. So being the moot courts the only sport available to the law students, I hope that all the students, those who have participated from all over the India, have performed very well. Few might have come up with the good colors, and they will be certainly awarded for that. So mooting competition as on today should be changed with this certain amendments which I have suggested, that the code crafting, reading the minds of the judges, such type of things should now be included in this competitions. Second thing which I want to share with the students is that there may be any legal problem, there may be any legal issue, there can be any type of problem, but no case can be argued without the assistance of the provisions of Constitution of India. One should make the base of his argument from the Constitution, the provisions of the Constitution. Like this, for example, this Motor Accident Claim Tribunal. This is a beneficiary legislation. The intention of this act for drafting it or playing it in the field was the beneficiary, for the beneficial of the persons, those who meet accident. Just now, Justice Guru Prasad was saying that accidentally he was the part of this competition. Even this accident will give you or can give you a good compensation in shape of the understanding of the motor accident law. So this was the beneficial legislation, and the legal issues as far as the motor accident claim cases is concerned is settled up to the Honorable Supreme Court as in any form. So the problem which was placed into the service for this competition is almost covered by many of the Supreme Court. So there is one suggestion from my side, that whenever the moot court problems are framed or being placed into service for the arguments, it should generally be against the settled principles, so that student can argue a point to come up with a new point. The points which are already settled, for example, that without giving any opportunity of hearing, no order can be passed by any authority. So the problems which are being placed into service must contain such points that can a law be decided, can an order be passed even without giving an opportunity of hearing. For example, the law which is applicable in India and is not applicable in America, can the law which is applicable in America be made applicable in India? So this type of point should be taken up in the moot court problems, so that a new law can be developed. For example, recently, a law student has filed a PIL challenging the provisions of Section 125 CRPC, which provides for maintenance to the wife or to the elders of the family. So he has come up with a point after the inclusion of this 125 section in CRPC, that is almost after 35 years, that the age of a major young boy is 18. And if his father, mother files a claim for maintenance, He has not even graduated and he is not in position to maintain himself. Can he maintain his mother, father? So this type of issues are generally developed from this type of moot court competitions. So the basis of every problem can be resolved by way of taking the assistance of constitutional provisions. So in case this motor accident claim tribunal issue which was placed into service was supported and argued based upon the constitution, certainly that students might have been in the eyes of the judges. Third, the thing which I wanted to share with the students is that for a lawyer, if you want to come into litigation, if you want to become a judge, if you want to join the profession as a teacher or as a professor, then the field is very much open for you. But if you want to join the profession as a litigant or as a lawyer, then there are very big challenges for you. Every stream has ups and downs. Now, as far as legal profession in the court is concerned, the corridors are flooded with the lawyers. You may be very intelligent, you might be knowing everything, but if you don't have a case, that knowledge, that expertise is of no use. And because of increasing number of lawyers, you need to be very specialized nowadays. For example, just now Director Guru Prasad was talking about forensic expert issue, that whether a team can be made in future to assist or to give the benefits of what has been argued or has been developed. Nowadays, the arguments or the cases are very in the very specified zone. For example, the courts are punishing the accused even on the basis of DNA report. The Supreme Court has upheld the conviction of rape accused on the basis of slight matching of the DNAs. There is a system of matching DNA by X and Y chromosomes. So the Supreme Court has upheld it. And for that purpose, the person who has made the DNA report is not even required to present in the court. The report itself has a very evidentiary value. So it is one example. One can develop himself for arguing the cases related to the DNA. Now, nowadays, every case involves cyber law. So one can develop himself with the pros and cons or the nitty-gritties of cyber law, which is yet to be developed. The Information Technology Act, which is now available to us, has been drafted by the students of National Law School, Bangalore, which was affirmed by the Parliament. So now again, a need has come that it requires an amendment with regard to the data protection. The data protection bill is still pending with the Parliament. So can the law colleges, can the law students send their suggestion for this purpose? So the issue of expert opinion or expert evidence is now itself is a specialized field. Lawyers can become handwriting expert, lawyer can become a forensic expert. The medical jurisprudence is also one of the field where we don't have good lawyers. So in my suggestion, as there are specialized doctors, nowadays we need specialized lawyers. So that is the line which should be focused by the law colleges also from the entry of a law student in a law college. So these are the 3 points which I wanted to share about this moot court competition. Hope I could justify your decision of calling me as a chief guest in the valedictory section. I am really grateful and honored that you made me part of this moot court competition, which reminded me of my days arguing the cases in the moot courts. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Here comes the much awaited moment as we are announcing result of National Moot Court Competition 2022. Best Researcher award goes to Ardra Mini Satish, Kerala University. Best memorial goes to Symbiosis Law School, Ms. Shruti Agrawal, Ms. Chandni Garg, and Mr. Mudit Sahu. Best speaker goes to Chandni Garg, Pune. Runner-up, SVKM's Praveen Gandhi College of Law, Mumbai. And the winner team is Symbiosis Law School, Pune. Congratulations to the winning team and other participants. Now, it is the time to take feedback from the participants. For that, let me request Mr. Vivek Wilson, MNLU Aurangabad, to share his views.
Good evening to everyone. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Varsha ma'am. Thank you for inviting me. Good evening, Amita ma'am. I have just pre-round 1 and pre-round 2 of your university. It was the pleasure to judging. The participants were good. The problem was good, as well as the students, how they have participated. That was good. And I'm very much thankful to the Vice Chancellor of the University, Chancellor, as well as the committee who have made this program very good. From my side, I was very much happy, and I thank you for this. And I thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next is Mr. Mudit Sahu from Symbiosis Law School, Pune. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor to be the winner of the National Moot Court competition organized by Sri Vaishnav Institute of Law, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya, Indore. I am delighted to win the to win the competition, and I thank the institute for organizing such a great event. I thanks all the organizers and everyone who have participated in it and who have for the smooth functioning of the event. I thank all the organizers and thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mudit. Now I would like to invite Dhaval Gandhi, SVKM's Praveen Gandhi College of Law, Mumbai.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank the university for giving us this chance to participate in this moot court competition. And even though we were runners up, I can assure you that next time we can come better prepared and win the moot court competition entirely. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dhaval. So moving on the next step, I invite Ms. Amrita Singh, Coordinator, National Moot Court Competition 2022, to propose word of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Chief guest on the occasion, Additional Advocate General Pushyamitra Bhargav, Indore Bench MP High Court, Dr. Upinder Dhar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. K.N. Guru Prasad, Director, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Science, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya, Dr. T.K. Mandal, Coordinator, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Law, Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya, Ms. Archana Pathak, Coordinator, National Moot Court Competition, participants, judges, directors, head of the institutions, head of the departments, faculty members, and dear students. Today is a special occasion of National Moot Court Competition 2022, and it is my honor to be surrounded by so many arrived. I, Amrita Singh, on behalf of Sri Vaishnav Vidyapith Vishwavidyalaya, express my gratitude to Chief Guest, Additional Advocate General Pushyamitra Bhargav, Indore Bench, MP High Court, for accepting our invitation and for enlightening us with your knowledge and expertise. Thank you, sir. I extend a hearty vote of thanks to our honorable judges of final round, I.S. Srivastava, former Justice MP High Court, Alok Verma sir, former Justice MP High Court, who has spared time with his busy schedule to grace the occasion. We are thankful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Upinder Dha, who is always a source of encouragement in promoting research activities in the university. Thank you, sir, for your motivation and support. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to Dr. K. Guru Prasad sir, coordinator, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Forensic Science, for his continuous guidance and support during the event. Thank you, sir. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to Dr. T.K. Mandal, coordinator, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Law, for his continuous guidance, support, and active involvement at every step to make this event successful. Thank you so much, sir. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues and committee members and students. My sincere thanks to Dr. Anand Rajawat sir for providing us all the technical support. I take this opportunity to thank the technical staff members, Mr. Shrikant Alan, Mr. Shadab Sheikh, and Mr. Shailendra Joshi, for providing their support as and when required. Thanks to all the people who helped us either directly or indirectly to make this event happen. My grateful thanks to all the participants who have contributed their energy and knowledge for National Moot Court Competition 2022 for this to make it successful. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. As we come to an end of the concluding session, I request technical team to play national anthem and everyone to rise for the same.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you all and have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you, sir.
हो गया मैम उसमें इतना
शैलेंद्र सर शैलेंद्र सर हाँ सर सर बंद करवा दीजिए मीटिंग क्लोज करवा दीजिए हाँ हाँ पर अच्छा परवेश सर परवेश सर परवेश सर
मैडम